homino. Omana holding the soul. Immense impobro. Now I'm a pabada. And kwa shri. Sis and wanna cheat. Not to honor a chain. Era dear nim. Onya holding for or then taban for a set. I know my cordia. Oh, to miracle. Na ompa aba. On antia omre. Era dear mama yo. Na debomu odishia. Was a metreni e katabo. Ordini passion my flumuma. Wamama kuma shabo. Shesama come for you. Intimira metiasi. When you not see, 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 and I'm at tonight. Now to me dark when you must say, when you my kasi, when you my wawa, only papa be and to me to see it. Me to resign, but I me the min surodom. Prisenia or Timimuno or Susania or Biase. Intia radicami way. Me the min surana jubumbo. And the Abama at two we akete. Yes, and the say I did. Every seven mammy kira journey. Feed for the song for the video. And if you did a boo, a video jury, no me dear my dear me ho. In Tibera, it's your city. Me Johnny come anywhere I did. Me could you funny a hoa. On talk now. Into your city bay. Import never show any. A jana media men to me mobile. Na beya wasumude. Ega mi de mi hangino. Baba for yamawo. Okasi I me o dear. Na me wa didi bia ajan. Hey, se me yesi kansoa. Sikane jitanye na free ho. Enti masem yinenie. Eja wudina sidanka. Eja wudina sidanka. Odumfo wudina yeyenka. Kateche wudina ishiranka. Dasibre wudina ntontomoka. Chantwa hili wudina. Hey wudina. Kavari kuni wudifo. Waye yerin sada. Intimidu meboni dinda. My man is watching it. Man singing now. If you say, oh, you're singing the new. Oh, it is on. Oh, you're cheating at me. Me dear, mebo. Where I'm dignity. My man is watching it. A man singing now. Makase wo yo. If you say, oh you're chini nani. Oh binti sono. Oh you're titi nyame. Yeah, jama kuma sola sampa. Na mi dia mami tuwe. So one hour train one when him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who is watching us live on Facebook. This is North Kanishi Assemblies of God Church. Our senior pastor is Reverend Anthony John Doe. We know he's watching. We say hi, Reverend Doe, and hi to everyone who is watching. This is your new Friday evening show known as the Semper Par Hour. The reason why it's Latin. Semper Par means always ready. And we are looking at assisting the youth and other singles who are looking to go through courtship in order to get married in future. So, future too is now. So, we might as well go with that. So, tonight, we have one interesting topic that we are going to treat. I believe for the past 2 weeks, we were treating demystifying a woman. And it has been very interesting. We actually started that program with a male guest. And as it stands right now, last week we had the females coming in giving us their own version. And tonight we decided that if we are going to understand a man, then just like we did to the ladies, we will understand the women first. So we will understand the version of the women first. So tonight, the same guests from last week are going to tell us about understanding a man. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be interesting. And just as we did last week, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. But don't forget to share the link across board. Share the link with everyone, your friends and your loved ones. It's supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be engaging. It's supposed to be, how do I put it, unraveling a lot of things for us to understand. So please stay tuned. We'll start from the one on the far left. So we would like to know your name. We don't know your name.
My name is Mrs. Linda Adu.
Mrs. Linda Adu, thank you. Next. Miss Frida Ado, you're welcome. Mrs. Florence Dona. Thank you so much. So today we are going with the same first 11 like we did last week. Let's see if we can win the match or not. So just as we always do after the introduction, we'll look at going for a very, 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 very short break, very brief, short break, and we'll be right back after this, just so that you can stay tuned and know that we are with you.
Behold, he comes.
So Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time, not to deal with sin, but to save those who are eagerly waiting for him. Join Reverend Anthony Doe and his panelists on Season Word as they discuss the signs of his coming every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on Facebook, North Canadian Assemblies of God, and on YouTube and KG Live. God bless you. So Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time, not to deal with sin, but to save those who are eagerly waiting for him. Join Reverend Anthony Doe and his panelists on Season Word as they discuss the signs of his coming every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on Facebook, North Canadian Assemblies of God, and on YouTube and KG Live. God bless you.
You're welcome back to the Semper Par Hour. As you can see, my guests are very happy. They are all smiling and laughing. So I guess tonight they are really going to let us understand a man. So, without much ado, I would just like to ask an omnibus question. I know it is heavy, but so because of that, I'll start with Mrs. Dona, since she has a lot of experience. So, Mrs. Dona, can you ever understand a man?
We said last week, understanding a man or understanding men in general, we could have one or two things to say about that. But then, men or human beings are uniquely, created by God. We've been created by God in a unique way. So the Hello. Okay. Men think through issues logically, whilst women are intuitive. So, in the area of discussions between a man and a woman, most of the time, the woman may not understand the man because she may be looking at issues from the intuitive point of view, whilst a man will look at issues from the logical point of view. And so, in trying to understand the man, you need to understand that the man thinks through issues logically. So there are times a woman may discuss an issue with a man, and if he does not understand you, you take your time and convince him to understand what you mean. Because if you want him to accept your thoughts and feelings, your intuition, which sometimes the woman cannot even explain, it makes it a bit difficult to understand the man. But when you know a man thinks through issues logically, then you get to the point where you have to go to the roots of the discussion, get him to understand, convince him, so he can get you better. I think that's what I've got to say.
I like that. So, from what Mommy just said, I think I would like to ask you, Mrs. Edu, if we are talking about men thinking logically, are we trying to say that men lack thinking with emotion? I'm not being abrasive. I'm just being understanding. So is it that when it comes to anything, they will look at the logical aspect and not really be so emotional? So as a result of that, they are different from women?
Good evening to all our viewers. I will say that when it comes to men and then women, as Mrs. Dona said, women are intuitive, but men, they are dealing with logic. It isn't all the time that that logical aspect comes or that logical aspect flows. When I don't really want to contradict, but to understand a man, I would go back to last week and then say that to understand a man, you need to take that man as a unique person. For you to understand something, you need to study the thing. So for you to understand a man, you need to study that man you are dating. You need to study that man you are in the relationship with. Because there are times that although it runs or it is a vast number of men are those who think like that, there are times that there are some changes. So it might not be pertaining to what we are saying today. So for you to understand a man, although men think logically, you tell him something and then he will not add emotions because he is thinking that you should know that this is how the thing works. And if you know how the thing works, you don't have to cry over it. And that is where when you are trying to be emotional, they'll tell you that you are taking the thing too personal, in quote. So I will say that to understand a man, you need to take the man as a unique entity, and then with the logical or emotional reasoning, it depends. Because there are some cases whereby the man will add emotions sometimes, but that is one thing about men, might not show the emotions. Just that you will not, let's say, wallow into it together. So if a man is even saddened or something, he won't even sometimes show it to you, because he knows if he shows it to you, he's sort of showing his weakness. And as such, that weakness, you might capitalize on it. You understand? So men show emotions, not always logically, but they show emotions. How to show the emotion is the problem now. And they choose to conceal it just to keep their ego intact and then to be the man of courage that they are.
Oh, but some of us, we are hard, though. We don't show emotion. What is emotion? If it is laughter, it is laughter. But, we are hard. They don't show it. No. They don't show it. But some of us, we are born hard. Miss Vidaro, kindly give us your thoughts on understanding a man.
Okay. Good evening to everybody. I will say that in order to understand something, first you need to know about the thing. And so you need to know about the man that you are with. You cannot generalize all the men. There are some things that may be common amongst all of them, but then there are some things also that are unique to each and every one of them. So you need to know the person that you are with. You need to understand him and then be observant. You need to be able to observe some of the trends, yes, that keep occurring with him in the relationship. And so as time goes on, as you are eager to know him, to learn and to observe him, you'll be able to meet at a level whereby you'll be able to have an amicable and then build a lasting relationship as well. And then as has already been said about the logics, men are naturally problem solvers. Last week I spoke about the superman aspect of men. We realized from the Bible that men were anointed to be leaders. And so leaders solve problems. Leaders take responsibility. So whenever there is a situation at hand, they are thinking about how to solve the problem and not how to exhibit emotions. But we, the women, exhibit emotions, and then after that, we think about how to solve the problem. And so when situations arise, women may think that the men do not feel for them, they are not considerate, but it is a solution that we are looking for and not the emotions. So men will bring a solution first, and then later will show their emotions. That is for those who do show it. And then those who claim they do not show it, like you, I know that in your closets, you actually do show it. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Me, I say I don't show, you say I show. Is this wahala? Anyway, thank you so much for that rendition. But right back at you, does that mean that our topic tonight, does macho count? It means macho doesn't count.
For that one, it will shock you to know that that is what a single lady out there, that is all that person is waiting for. A macho man.
Hey.
In the generation that we are in, strange things are happening. You don't know how people scream and shout when they are in the malls and then they see the muzzled guys come around. Yes. So it will surprise you to know that all that someone is waiting for is for a macho man to propose to her. So it depends on the lady we are speaking about. But then if you are asking if it is an essential, according to the Bible and what God expects, these things barely count. They barely count. Yes.
Right. Okay, so all those in the control room, I'm signing you for the gym, eh? You have to go and macho yourself, eh? Right. But, Ms. Donna, so just as I asked her, does macho count? Because of your experience in marriage all these years, do you think the machoism is a way of fostering, how do I put it, a good home? Because we are not advising married couples, but we are advising people who are on their way there. So obviously during courtship, maybe some women will want to see that machoism, and if they don't see, they say, "Oh, guy, we're weak. He's nobody." Yes, like macho, showing some the fact that they are the alpha male, that they are the ones that the go-to persons. You know, there are some people, maybe just not to take the wind out of your sails. There are some people that if they find out that you even went to buy lunch without telling them, they will get angry. Why did you buy lunch? Why didn't? But it is a common necessity. It's lunchtime. She has to eat. Might she call you and tell you, "Please, I'm going to buy lunch"? Would you have done it any better? That sort of thing.
Okay, thank you. I think God, in His wisdom, made men leaders. When you look at the family structure, the man is the head. So even a a male who is a baby or a little boy still has those instincts in him. However, every responsibility or every right goes with a responsibility. So in your privilege as or in your authority or your position as the head, even as a youngster or maybe a married man or yet to get married, you still have those instincts in you that you are a leader. You are supposed to, people are supposed, or a lady is supposed to, give you a kind of respect and place you first in certain areas of life. However, there are responsibilities like faithfulness on the part of a man who wants to get married or a man who is married. And when you look at Proverbs 20 verse 6, it says that a faithful man who can find, just as it was talking about a virtuous man, a woman in Proverbs 31 verse 10, it talks about a faithful man as well. So talking about, qualities or essentials to look out for in a man, or what makes a man a man. One, you should be a faithful person. Not just there. One thing I've come to realize is that because the human body has been designed to portray the headship nature of a man, in the sense that the essential figures, the 5 senses, of the 5 senses, we find 4 on the head, being the man, as we relate the man to Christ and the church. Now, you see the eyes, you see the nose, you see the mouth, you see the ears, and with the mouth you can taste, you can speak and do all manner of things. That's the man. You are supposed to be a voice. You are supposed to give flavor or taste flavor that comes to the relationship. You are supposed to be the ear of God, listen from God, and then also listen to your partner. You are supposed to see into the future. You are supposed to have foresight. You are supposed to see God's purpose for the relationship, for your own life, and the way forward for, if there's a family, for the entire family. You are supposed to smell opportunities and smell danger and protect your relationship from it. Okay, so with all these things, above all, you have the brain in the head. So the man has a responsibility. So it's not about the machoism to prove that I'm the head, bow to me, and force people to lie low before you. No. But it's about a responsibility God has placed in your hands, and He expects you to carry it out fully to His glory. So it's not about machoism. It's about carrying out your God-given responsibilities to the fullest.
Wow, powerful. So macho doesn't count. Oh, then I've canceled the gym appointment. No more. Macho counts? Tell us your take.
Okay, so macho or machoism counts when it comes to a relationship. As a Christian man, just as it is said, men are driven by what they see. And then first off, for you to be in a relationship that will last very long, you need to be attracted to the person, to the man that you are with. So if you are somebody who wants a macho man, then it means it counts. It is part of what you are looking for. But again, there are women who are looking for men who have the traditional traits. Mrs. Dona has mentioned some of them, but every woman wants a man that has strength. That is where I can say the machoism will come. building your muscles, being able to carry things when the need arises. Because when you get married, there will be times that the woman cannot carry some things, and you should be a man of strength to be able to do what? To do all those lifting and all those things. So their machoism counts. And then a man is supposed to be intelligent. So you being machoism counts here too. As a macho man, you should be macho in intelligence too. That is why I'm saying machoism counts. Depending on how you are seeing the macho, you should be macho in strength, macho in courage. You should be macho in intelligence. You should be macho in leadership. As a man, you should exhibit signs or traits of leadership. When you leave a train, the head of a train is taking off the rest. I don't know how it is called, but that train cannot do anything without the head. So if you are a man and all you are thinking about is to build your muscles, then a number of Christian ladies will say that one doesn't matter. All you need to do is also have a sense of leadership. As a man, you need to be assertive. If I say assertiveness is really needed because, in our times, we are not in normal times. So if you have a man who is not forceful and will only want to hit the gym for muscles and not forcing to bring something to the table, not forcing to do something great that will bring glory to the relationship or bring glory to the woman that he is with, then that is also one thing that no Christian lady would want to. But machoism counts. So machoism counts even in your pocket. You should be macho in your pocket. So that is what I'm saying, that you need to be forceful. You need to be somebody who we see and then know that you are hardworking. And I tell you, when you there are some traits or some characteristics that a woman will find in a man that when you are not even a macho person, you have the lady already. Somebody was telling Regina Daniels, Nigerian actress, young actress, that would she have loved the husband, the billionaire, if the man didn't have money? But he said the man is her world. So it's just to tell us as Christians that machoism counts. Don't say that because you're a Christian guy, you don't need to build. It's good because somebody will be attracted to that one. But you should not just be a macho man. Everyone is saying, "I will macho. I will that they We have people who don't lift muscles, but they don't lift. Let me say metals, but they are muscular. So you should be a man, and if you know that you want machoism to count, it should count in your brain, it should count in your looks, it should count in your daily lives. You should be macho and be on top of everything. Be the macho guy who, when he comes, has something intelligent to tell a lady that he is dating. Let that machoism be in your pocket. Let that machoism be everywhere. So I would say that machoism counts.
Okay. So are you saying one of the red flags, even in a courtship, will be that when you see that cockroach is passing, he jumps? No, this man there.
I tell you.
This guy there, no. I can't stay with this guy.
I was reading something, and then the ladies on WhatsApp, now social media, and then the person was like, "Tell me one thing that made you break up with a guy." You don't say, the guy, we were just there, and then a mouse passed, and the guy said, and just so you can just imagine. I said, "Hey, you just saw a cockroach, what do you call it? A mouse, and you're saying a radiyame." The one is, if it's a snake, then it means you can't do anything for the two of us. Exactly. Yeah. So as a man, wow. You need to be macho, as I said, in everything. Counts. Yes, macho counts.
Don't worry. I'll let you macho yourself again. This is still the Semper show, Semper Pa show, and it means always ready. It's for all the singles. Kindly share the page. Kindly like the page, and also we encourage you to give your comments down there in the comment section. Also give your questions as well as we are rolling. Okay, so back to my guests. I believe we've done with we've done a lot of justice to the logical aspect. Now, what would we say is the biblical way that a man should be during courtship? What does the Bible teach us that the man should be during courtship? Please think about that. Think about it whilst I read the comments out here. We thank you so much. Wisdom Makujo Tuadi, thanks for watching. He says, hey, Mrs. Edu, macho in pocket pa. And then Belonzi Blanc says, it just tagged Wisdom and is laughing. And then Wisdom says, I just can't agree with you, Mrs. Edu. Okay. We know you always don't agree, so you bring your rebuttal. Also, now Shako Kole says, all-round machoism. And then Wisdom again says, well, I think both men and women expect too much. And it has led to so many unwanted issues, which is actually also true. We say shout-outs to Daniel N. Rilewe, Priscilla Bequin, and Pastor Frimpong, who are all watching. And Benjamin Edu also says, macho counts. Mrs. Edu, more macho for you. Hey! Hey, this one they have read it. Everybody has heard. Okay. Martha Frimpong Boati also says, I'm just loving it. We thank you for watching. Comment, give us your questions as well. I believe earlier Pastor Amidini, who is also watching, message. He said, good program. God bless you, Osofo, and your panelists. We say, God bless you too, Osofo. And yes, Belonzi, Benjamin, and also Prince Annan Williams also. We acknowledge you for watching. And I believe I've covered everybody. And Kwame Dakwa, he says, what a nice program. Bless you all. God bless you too, Brother Kwame Dakwa. So, back to my question. I've forgotten my question, so answer it for me. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, courtship.
Okay.
Courtship, yes.
So the biblical characteristics, taking the Bible, Mrs. Dona will give us a lot about that. But taking the Bible, I know that the Bible did not touch so much about boyfriend, girlfriend, or dating. Most times when you should I say explicitly, if we want to digest it, then we'll say that we'll use the love that is in 2 Corinthians, I think 13. Yes, love is patience, love is kind. So you exhibit those ones in the relationship. And then you don't have to be equally yoked with unbelievers. So it is one thing that, let's say, for that, before you even think of marriage, if you're a Christian brother, one thing that you need to have at the back of your mind is that I am not going to date a lady who is not a Christian. Not just a Christian, church-going Christian, but a lady who believes in God and shows those characteristics as a Bible-believing person.
Let me pause you right there. What if he has the anointing to convert people to Christ?
I think I'll leave that one to Mrs. Dona because I will leave it to her because she is now doing theology and will give us in-depth analysis. But the issue is, Bible has even said it.
Right.
Good. I can't pinpoint the exact scripture, but it is saying that do not be deceived. Bad morals corrupt good manners. You understand? So if you are thinking of going to change the person, if that lady you are going to date is smoking, is going to the club and things, there will be a day that the lady will do something, you'll be so much in love with the person will say, oh, then today let's go to the club. And now that you are, in quotes, loving the person, you wouldn't want to do things that will make the person angry. By the time you realize you are in the club, by the time you realize you are tasting weed, by the time you realize you are doing things that, so don't see fire and put your hand in it. Bible is admonishing us. So for you to think of marriage, the first thing that you need to do or have at the back of your mind is that I need a fellow Christian. No two ways about that. Right. That is the first thing. And then we exhibit, now that you have a Bible belief, it even flows. Because the person is not even going to worry you with, let's have sex, premarital sex before marriage. Because you both understand the Bible. You understand what God says about fornication or into details, adultery. Right. So if you are starting fornication now, what shows that when you get married, you won't be an adulterer? You understand? So one thing, Bible didn't really give that, as a man in courtship, give the woman money. As a man in courtship, give the woman this or do this for the woman. But all we know is that before you even try to get into a relationship or marry someone, you should know as a Christian man that a woman you are going in for believes in the Bible, believes that God exists, and will help you to achieve higher heights in your Christian walk with Christ.
Wow. Okay. So we'll save Mrs. Dona for the last. So let's come to Miss Ado. Talk to us.
Okay. Right from Genesis. Okay, the Bible didn't really pay much attention to relationships and then courtships. But if you are old enough and ready enough to start a courtship, which we came to a conclusion in one of the programs that according to the Bible, courtships, or according to Christianity, courtships are supposed to lead to marriage. It's supposed to be a preparation stage for marriage. And so once you are in courtship, you need to start exhibiting the characteristics of a good Christian husband.
Okay, so let me pause you there. You said the Bible doesn't really talk about courtship and all of that.
Yes.
But one of the longest courtships we know about actually happened in Genesis 29.
Yes.
Or you wouldn't consider that as courtship between Jacob and Rachel?
I'm saying that the Bible didn't say much.
Oh, no, I understand
about
extensively, yes. But I'm trying to say, would you consider what happened between Jacob and Rachel as courtship?
Yes, that was courtship, but it had agreements attached to it. And then Jacob accepted to go through with it. So it might not happen everywhere, but that was what he met. And then he had to.
He was working for
yes,
it.
That
I like that.
That's the agreement. After 7 years,
for.
take my
Exactly.
daughter. Yes. So that was what he met, and then he had to go through
So
with
you
it.
would say the modern day man must also work for within that courtship period for the prize at the end of the day.
It depends on what you consider as work.
Okay.
It doesn't mean the modern day man should be going to wash the lady's father's car every morning. It depends on the kind of work. It doesn't mean he should be shopping for them every Saturday.
What's wrong with that?
No, when you, I don't want to go into that. Else we
Okay.
will. It's going
Stick
to
to
bring
where you
another
are.
topic
Very well,
altogether.
very well.
Yes. So from Genesis, one of the characteristics I realized was the Bible commanding the man to leave the mother and then the father, and then cleave to the wife to become one with her. And the characteristic noted over there is independence.
Right.
A man who is in courtship or a man who is ready for courtship should be independent from his parents' support. Financially, he should be independent. Emotionally, he should be independent. When making decisions, he should be man enough to know what he wants and why he wants them. It shouldn't be in a situation whereby he will just run to his parents every time and then be asking them what he should do concerning his relationship and then concerning other important decisions that he needs to make. So a man should exhibit a level of independence when he is ready for courtship. And so if you still wake up every morning to 5 CDs from your mother on the table and you are a man, please, you are not yet ready for courtship. And also, I would say that a man should be affectionate in a relationship. we are saying that men are not emotional and they do not show emotions. But then once the woman you are with has and easily exhibits emotions, when she is in such a situation, you should be able to sympathize and empathize with her. Let her know that you are with her in the situation. Do not just brush her emotions aside. Make sure that you are with her through her down moments and then her high moments. And then as time goes on, you build on from that level.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's very enlightening. Independence. That means if you take 5 Ghana, 10 Ghana, 20 Ghana from your mother before you can chop in the morning, don't think you are ready to take on somebody else's responsibility. Let the lady also enjoy from their own house. Very well. Okay, so we'll come to Mrs. Dona. Mrs. Dona, give us your take on this.
All right, thank you. A man should, according to Ephesians chapter 5, he's supposed to show love. And when we say love, it means that he should connect to the one who is love. The Bible says God is love. So if you're a Christian man, you should have a connection with the one who actually is love, that is God. And we know love is a fruit of the Holy Spirit, that is the Spirit of God. So if you don't have the God factor and you profess Christianity and you want to show love, you will struggle. When I say you will struggle, it comes with, your conscience working. And how will the conscience work? When you have that connection with the Lord and the Spirit of God prompts you, the Spirit of God becomes the candle that guides your spirit to awaken you to who you should be and how you should relate to God and human beings. So if you don't know how to relate to human beings generally, it will be difficult. You will struggle to show love. And then in showing the love, let's look at, we have 2 examples of courtship in the Bible. The first one is, I will not really say that one, it wasn't really courtship, but it was a man going to look for a wife. And that is Isaac. He did not have the opportunity to study the lady, but the father sent a messenger to get a wife for the son. And between the time the lady agreed, the rites were performed and she was brought, we will term it as a brief period of courtship whereby they didn't even know each other.
Knowing me, knowing you.
Yeah, they did not even know each other. So that is one. Then the other one is the foster father of Jesus, Joseph. When Joseph was in that relationship with Mary, planning to marry her, before he was aware, the lady was pregnant. He knew he wasn't responsible for that. However, he didn't want to shame her. And that is where I want to dwell on. When you are in a relationship with a lady, your intention should be right. And your intention should be to protect the interest of the lady, much as you want to protect your own interests. Now, if you don't have the interest of the lady at heart, and you are seeking your own interest, then you are indeed a selfish man. And a selfish man is not worth to be a leader, because you are going to lead your wife, lead your children. Now, here you are, when you are in financial crisis, the little money there will be for you alone. And then what do the others eat? What will your wife eat? Her interest is not your interest. If she's sick, you care less. If anything happens, so like Frida said, you need to be affectionate. You need to have the interest, first, of human beings at heart. Then 2, in the relationship that you find yourself, you need to have your other party's interests at heart. When you're able to do, Joseph could have easily, pushed her away and told everybody that this woman is not faithful. I didn't do this, and now look at it. But you see, even when the Holy Spirit revealed it, or the Lord showed it to him in a dream, he did not hesitate. Why? Because the Bible says he was a just man, according to Matthew chapter 1. When you read Matthew chapter 1 from 24 down, you see that he was a just man. He had that connection with God. That is it. So the justification there talks about the connection with God. And that influenced his line of thinking and his acceptance of God's, direction for his life and for the relationship he found himself in. So first of all, your connection with God matters. And then 2, the interest of the person you are in the relationship with matters.
Wow. Powerful. The interest of the person matters. That means the person can be talking about something you are not even interested in, but you need to feign interest. If not, wahala for you. Or am I wrong? It's very true. It's very true. Okay, so thank you for watching. Keep sharing the page. Keep liking it as well. We have some comments here. Mami Poku Abonsu says, "Hi guys, good evening. Watching you live from UK." Hey, Yedruho, you are welcome. Thank you. Martha Frimpomboati says, "I'm just loving it." Belonzi says, "Nice program." Mami Poku Abonsu says, she just joined. We say we are welcome. Benjamin Edu also said, "Well said, Frida." Yeah, Frida, you are getting fans soon. And then Martha Frimpomboati also said, "Good one there, Linda." So yes, we are on a roll. So thank you. Keep watching and then keep commenting. And just know that this is the Semper Power Hour, and this is for those who are in courtship, those who are also single, and also hope to get married soon. So share, let your those friends all join in and watch. We are going to go for our last break, and when we come back, we'll round up the show, and then we'll give you all the insights that you need to know for the program. So thank you and stay tuned.
Enuanom ne adofo ewo yen Awurade Yesu Kristo mu North Canadian Assemblies of God asafo enkaibo a ewo ho efa kwesiada soma ye ba be hyase ewo bosumi nsian mu da etoso enson no sene omampanyi amaho kwan se ebetimi ahia mu se asafo na yasom Nyankopon abom ye pamocho efiti kwesiada a ebe osom no a ye be ye nyina ya chemu enan osom bia nso donhwere baako ebedem sene ebe betimi asiesie asore dem ho edi eduro apetipeti honom sene ebe ya eye osoma etoso no afoforo beba no yare domu ya abai ebi enkoka obi bia na sene adwumadie no enhyehyeye etie ni osofo panyin John Doe ede atu edwase eye na sofo a ye bobubo mudin ni ye de om telephone numbers atudwai osom bia mu no omo no mbehwe na oma eye eho enhyehyeye ama no ansa na osom no abaso na osom edikan be hyase anopa no nso akopem anopa no wotwe na saa osom yi eye osofo Michael Ampofo na obetimi na edi ho nkita ho na waboa wo na watoto ho nyama bia se wopese wo ba osom a edikan a eye empanyimfo osom a ye be ye wo brofom no na ne number nso eye 0200 632081 0200 632081 na yewie osom no wotwe a yadi kwesiada school ebetoa so yano nso ebe hyase efiti no wotwe akopem no wotwe enefa na eno no ye nye wo asori dem ho eno be ye abefo fidie so wotwe enefa eye emofra esom ana children service eno nso ebe abefo fidie so eno nso be hyase efiti no wotwe nefa akopem no nkono na yewia na ye de osoma etosom yenu eye empanyifo osoma ye be ye wotwi mu no enso ahyehye so na eno osofo amedini ana obetimi no edi ehun kita ho ono so ni telephone number 026 553 9242 026 553 9242. No soma eto so miensa no eye mabu soma edi kan. Eno nso osofo da no e osofo Frimpong eni. Ono nso ne number 0244 239394. 0244 239394. Na sa osoma na nyina osofo panyi Anthony John Doe ena sa dwumadi nyina esi ni sire so. Ye bom nka ese wa wonhye nose mask ana ntoma ye de kata ye hwene ne yanon se wonhye bia ye ma wonwura sori dem wo to bia momodin se obedi san hye nyina so pomodin ne de suru Nyankopon ebedo mo aye wonhyira.
And you are welcome back to the Semper Pa Hour. Now, the Semper Pa means it's Latin for always ready. And we are trying to encourage those in courtship to always be ready when the time comes. So today we have our topic as does macho count? And we've been able to dissect it. And we've known that macho counts some way, macho doesn't count some way. So right now, Charlie, yes, it is about you and it is about how you go. And we thank you so much for the comments that are coming through. I'm going to read a few of them so that we can proceed. I think I saw a comment from Pastor Tom Chris. He says, from a personal experience, prayer must proceed even before dating. And we believe that is also very true. If you do not pray about the person, just as we said, you go and take an unbeliever, thinking you have the anointing of conversion, and maybe you will be the one who will be converted. So nobody knows about that. Also, we say shout out to Isaac Boache, who is watching us all the way. He says, watching you live from Vicenza, Italy. So now we are in Europe. We were in the UK, now we are in Europe. We say, comment and tell us where you are watching us from. We'd really love to hear from you so that we know that we have gone international. Also, Kwame Nana Rubin says, so when are the men coming to the show? Please, next week the men are coming. We say understanding a man. So they are going to give us their version. They are going to let us understand them more so that we can all understand ourselves. Also, now Shaka Kole says, great point, Mami Florence. Hey, she's taking notes, pal. That is good. Okay. Oh, and Mr. Benjamin Edu has sent another one. He says, if you don't have the interest of the lady at heart, please don't go there. Nice one, Mommy. He has picked it, and he has hit the nail on the head. One mommy said, if you don't have the interest at heart, my brother, park somewhere. It's not now that you go and play about the bush, okay? Okay. So, yes, the thunder that will fire you is doing press-ups. It's doing press-ups, Good. Or the cane is also soaked in kerosene. Yes. They will all come at you at the point in time. I didn't say it, though. The women said it. So next week, if the men come, then they'll say their own. Okay, so I think just so for us to be clear before we go, I know we will be leaving soon, but I want to know this. Frida made a certain point about the fact that just like the way you have to work in the relationship, and then I was like, Jacob and Rachel working 7 years and all of that. And she's trying to say that it doesn't mean that you get up and go and wash the lady's father's car or do whatever. Immediately in the house there, if light goes off, then they'll say, oh, Muma Nkoto unit now, baby. But anytime the light goes off, nobody has, frequency. Meanwhile, you are not, you don't live in the house there. But they will call you from wherever you are. You come and collect card and go and buy the electricity. Is it bad? Isn't it good during courtship to show these good signs to your in-laws, to show that you are ever ready? In fact, you are semper pa, always ready.
Okay. I'll start with this. If you are dating a lady, the lady also has to get your interests at heart. And again, the lady must also protect your integrity, protect the respect that you gain from the family. So I'll say it's up to the lady for me, let's say if I know my family, that there are people who like using people or taking advantage of people, I know it is good. It's not bad for you to help out an elderly person, be it the woman you want to marry or a random friend. It's not a bad thing. But where you know, the lady, you know that if my boyfriend or my guy I'm dating comes to this house and washes my dad's car, then he is going to be seen as somebody who is not worth, like let me say, who is not worthy of marrying my daughter. There are some people who take advantage of people, and at the end of the day will belittle the man you want to marry, and then that marriage might even break. So this one, it needs the spirit of discernment. It needs intelligence. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't work for your, like the lady you want to date, you shouldn't work for the family or anything. Let's say if you go to visit the lady, you were there, and then the lights just got finished. You were there, and the light is finished. Probably you came with a car. The man cannot drive out. Oh, Daddy, don't worry. I can help you get the credit for the light. That one, it's even a credit to you. But if you know, if you are not there, and if, let's say, the light is gone, you need to be called in your house, whereby sometimes the lady you are dating even has brothers who are in the house who can equally do that work. And then you are called. I say a frail for a juma phone you be frail for. So you should be discerning. And then the lady too that is being dated, please protect the interest of the man, protect the integrity of a man. Because if your man is not respected by your family members, in fact, the relationship has crumbled, because it will get to a time that the man will be useless, and you will not even feel happy or feel worthy to be with that person. So you should know what to do. My brother, if you know that these family people, like they are people who take advantage of people, stay in your house. If you are there at the moment and something happens that you can be of help, then you do so. But don't leave your house every week, go and weed there. Meanwhile, the lady you are dating has a brother, a junior brother, who can also do the weeding. When you do that, it's like, oh, tongue new nyam. You understand? And then at the end of the day, they'll refer to you as a worthless person who does not deserve their daughter.
Powerful. Ms. Fridado?
Yes. If you are a woman and then you allow your man to play odd roles and then do those odd jobs for your family, I will say that it's a foundation you are setting. And that foundation is a foundation of disrespect. Gradually, some members of your family will blatantly disrespect him. And as when it gets to a point that you wish that they would stop treating him that way or talking to him that way, it's going to be too late for you, because it's a foundation you have set. And then now you may have to fight aggressively for your man to obtain that respect that he has lost. And then at some point in time, these things can even cause a relationship to end. It can cause a breakup, because the man might get to a point where he has also realized that because of these things that I've been doing for you people, you have taken advantage of me, and you think you can treat me anyhow, or you can say anything to me. Sometimes it's their own way of helping and supporting, but people will take advantage of that situation and then treat them anyhow or disrespect them. When a man comes to a realization that you are taking his kindness for granted, he may back out. And most of the time, the men will not complain. Most of them are in such a way that they will just wake up one day and then take the decision. And no matter what you say or you do, they are not going to withdraw. They will just stick to that decision. And so whatever we do, we should be careful. We should know how to handle them, especially when they are kind. Right. We should know how to relate to them.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Dona, your words.
All right.
At least in 2 minutes.
Yes. For a person to start something, ask yourself, can I continue doing what I've started? If the situation happens whilst you are there and you want to save it, that's okay. But then if you have to always come, ask yourself, can I continue doing this the rest of my life if I want to marry this person? Now, 2, there are also times that you find out that some of these things that people do, call you, do this for me, do that for me, in case the relationship doesn't end in marriage, will I be happy? I did all these things, and after it all, I didn't even get the woman to marry. So if you are doing it in a manner that it will not, one, cost you your respect. It will not cost you, because in a situation like that, it's costing you your respect. And when you are with a family, you will not be assertive because you feel so belittled before them. You become their errand boy. And you want to take the headship role in your home. That's when you marry. And then when you come to them, and they will also come to you. But in their minds, you are not the head. So there's going to be that conflict whereby you see yourself as a head. But when you are with them, you know you are not the head. And so you feel so belittled. It gets to a point you may not even want to get so close to them because you want to feel the man that you think you are in your own stride. So you try to avoid them. It can bring a whole lot of conflicts between you and them. So don't start what you cannot continue.
Mommy has hit the nail on the head. Don't start what you can't finish. That's how I'll put it. So you try as much as possible to keep that respect going. All too soon, it seems we've come to the end of the road for us on the Semper Pa show. One of the things we would like to do is now to just see if there are any last-minute comments on the Facebook page. Mami Pukwabosu says, nice topic, keep it up. Ruben says, Mr. Host, it's like you are doing women for the past 2 weeks. Don't worry. Just as I've explained, next week the men will be here and they will be a part of us and we will have their full position on everything that we have said here. So I believe that before we go, any shout-outs, if you want to make shout-outs. I know somebody's husband has given fans over here, so she wants to know giddy what she's supposed to do. So, Madam Linda, give your shout-outs, very brief shout-outs, brief, and then we move.
Okay, shout-outs to my husband, Mr. Adu.
We knew you would say that.
Shout-outs to my sister, Christiana, she's doing the watching. And then shout-outs to Reverend Doe and Mrs. Doe, and then all the pastoral team. Shout-outs to every church member.
Amen. Thank you. Miss Ado, let's go.
Okay, I want to say hello to Reverend Doe and then Mama Teresa. Pastor Medini, my daddy, good evening. All the pastors, I want to say hello to you. And then I want to say hello to my biggest shareholder as well. Thank you.
Shareholder. Okay. Mommy.
Mine goes to Reverend and Mrs. Doe, the pastorates and their spouses, my family, and the entire church. Thank you.
Wow.
And then to the control room. Shout out to everyone in the control. Our producer,
people,
our director. Shout out.
They'll turn off the
producer.
The thing. Yes. So, Nick, Ruben, God bless you all. And Sylvia on the camera, Felix, and then Kiki. We say God bless you all. Pastor Michael Edu, we've seen you too. Clara Marina says, nice topic. Rexford Obinsia, Masa, you know they watch from Israel. You know they watch. Okay, you are talking about Israel, Accra, Israel. Okay. Apologies. I think, yes, you are watching from Israel. I know where your house is. Yes, it's Israel. Yeah. Forgive me. Pastor David Ocheba is watching. God bless you. Nana Sasu also gave us a wave. We wave back at you. Mami Poku Abonsu says, I don't think you should allow a friend whom you claim to be your husband to belittle himself in front of your family. Hey, that is it. I think everybody believes that point. And Benjamin Edu is sending stickers. So we know that tonight there's issues at home. What I have to say in my little segment is the fact that Ephesians 5:31 is clear. A man leaves the father and the mother in order to join the wife. When you are leaving, that process of you living within that period, we can consider it the courtship period where you are studying somebody in order to join that person in marriage. If you are not independent, no respect will come. God bless you. See you next week.
Omana holding the soul. Imagine Pobro. Now I'm a pabada. And qua shri. Sis and one a cheat. Not to honor a chain. Era dear nim. Onya holding for or then taban for a set. I know my Kodia. Oh, to Mirica. Now, pa Abba. On Antia, Omre. Here I dear Mama Yo. Not the Bomu Odishia. Was a metreni a catabo. Ordinary pasture, my flumma. Wamama Kuma Shabo. Yes, I'm a come for you. Intimira metiasi. When you not say, 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 and I'm at tonight. Namatami Dafa, when you must say, when you might see. Unyo maya wawa Onipa baby to minti asi Mita resign butai Midia min surodom Prisania atimi muno Osusunenia owo biase Enti erade kami hui Midia min surana jubumbo Eni ebama etuwe wiyakete Yes, and I say I did. Every time I make a journey, feed it for the song for the video. And if you did a bubble, if you did a jury, now me dear, my dear, me home. And to be around me, just see dear. Me Johnny come.